Who is the worst auto insurance company in Virginia in 2020? Hi, I'm Brian Glass. I'm a personal injury lawyer in Fairfax, Virginia, and I get that question a lot. Who should I be covered by? Who should I go to for insurance? And my answer used to be it matters far less who you have as your insurance carrier than it does what kind of coverage you have. Because at the end of the day, most insurance companies are going to settle a claim for right about the same amount as long as you have enough coverage. And it takes some companies longer to get there than others, but at the end of the day, they're all just about the same. That's no longer true, and I'll tell you why. We've had 4 claims now with State Farm in the last month where we've had to file suit because insurance adjusters have told us flat out that State Farm is violating Virginia law and has no intention of making any reasonable settlement offer. State Farm has instituted a new across-the-nation policy, according to these adjusters, where they are reducing the cost of medical care that is obtained by somebody who's been in an auto accident to 2 times the Medicare reimbursement rate. And what that means in Virginia is that a $10,000 hospital bill might be reduced for settlement purposes by State Farm to $2,000. And you can imagine that if you don't have insurance, if you don't have Medicare, and you're stuck with that $8,000 difference, it makes it impossible to settle a case. We've asked State Farm adjusters, and a couple of them have put this in writing to us, that this is the new policy. And we've corroborated this with some of our other plaintiffs' lawyer friends across the state. We understand this to be a statewide policy, if not a national policy enacted by State Farm. And it's in direct contravention to Virginia law on the subject, which is, okay, if you're a defendant in a lawsuit, you're responsible only for the reasonable amount of medical costs, and you're not responsible for exorbitant medical costs. But the reasonable costs are determined by what are other providers in the area charging for that same service. And what we find is that $10,000 hospital visit, hypothetically, isn't a whole lot different at Virginia Hospital Center than it is at Inova, than it is at Reston Hospital Center. And so the market in Northern Virginia, at least, says $10,000 is a reasonable price for a hospital visit with a couple of CT scans, some x-rays, but not an overnight stay. Okay. State Farm, on the other hand, has arbitrarily decided that what they're going to do is only pay twice the Medicare reimbursement rate, which hospitals have agreed to accept and really has no bearing on what is the actual cost of that care. Again, especially if you're somebody that either doesn't have insurance or maybe you have insurance but you have a high deductible plan, right? So one of those plans, your deductible might be $3,500. State Farm says, no, only $2,000 is reasonable. And so for that reason, what I'm telling clients these days is we're not sending demand packages to State Farm anymore. We're just going to put this case into suit. I haven't had any cases that have gotten all the way to trial without getting an adjuster to change their mind. But we think those might be coming, given the new flood of bad and poorly evaluated cases that are out there. So I did not used to have an emphatic answer to who is the worst auto insurance company in Virginia, but in 2020, it's State Farm.